Hello and welcome back to our Air Hauler 2 series and episode 16. So let's just jump into Air Hauler because we are back to the planning stage. So super excited right now. There's so much to choose from, so much to do, and now probably we're just gonna focus on planning for this one, really trying to figure out what jobs to pick up, what to take, and what to set up for our next set of runs and videos. So since we are back at KNZY, and I believe we could go to information, our fleet, and we can see that our fleet is at KNZY, our one of fleet, still in 100% condition, so we are surviving, and we have 289,000. So close, so close. And our reputation was looking good. Where in the world is company information? Corporate info. Ah, yes, that's where we find our reputation graph and log. So we're sitting at a 24, so we do want to get something done. But digressing, let's go back to our available jobs. We are sorting on the ICAO address. One thing I also did notice is, so for going forward, making life a little bit easier ahead of time, in the job details, tells you about the airport you're leaving from, what the gas currently is at, and where you would be going and what the gas is at. So, good to know. Better planning is available. Yay! Alright, so we're looking at jobs out of KNZY, and we can see there's quite a few right now. So we could do a short hop over to KCXL. It's only 86 miles, real quick. Taking 1,020 pounds of chemicals. We'd only make $5,000, but it's a pretty short hop. The only thing is we can see currently there's nothing out of KCXL, but we'll keep that in mind as we look through. Now, this one takes you pretty far away, 580 miles. We could take all of it, but it's only $8,000. So, I mean, you're headed all the way up, you know, past San Francisco. You're way up in NorCal. Now, maybe possibly find something else to pick up on the way back. Not sure. So, here we would go KNZY to L05. But that's a pretty good, you know, pound to weight ratio, not too far. And we probably could find something in here to pick up to bring back. So that's something that we'll keep in mind as we go along as well. And just trying to think about what it is that we would want to have in our back pocket. Again, this one takes us way out past Las Vegas. It's a pretty far run, and it would require a double run because of the weight, and the money's a little on the low side, so we're probably going to skip that one. Now, heading out to A09, taking live poultry, 543. It's a bit of a haul, and the money's kind of low, so I don't see us doing that one. Now, there's another run up to L05. It's only 663 pounds, making about $6,000. But that's not a bad one to keep in our back pocket at the moment. Just from the standpoint that it's not too far, and it's in that area where there's a ton of other airports. The other thing we can look into is that gives us room. Definitely gives us room in payload. So if we can find one of these other jobs that's going in that general direction, then maybe we can do a 2-for-1 on it. So way down in Mexico over here, that's a pretty far hop to consider. And you're taking up a lot of your cargo capacity, and the dollar per cargo capacity looks to be a little on the light side, I would say. So again, probably wanting to consider skipping over that at the moment. So here's one that would take us up to KZSP, 536 pounds. But again, it's going in that general direction and maybe picking up a few items. A couple more headed out to A09. Again, a lot of weight. Definitely a lot of weight. And then the problem being, of course, you can't double up on anything. Straight shots out. And we'd have to look, but I don't think there's much coming back. Automotive parts, yeah, it's a big payday, but that's a double haul. We'd have to fly all the way out and then come all the way back. One day, 18 hours. I mean, unless we could pick something up for sure coming back, even if it's a double stop, we'd have to be careful. Running ice, oof, all that weight, and you get nothing for it. That's a no. Again, another heavyweight, medium range, low dollar value. Just not worth it. Another far run, drugs, light on weight, but pretty far. Not worth it unless we were packing that in with another run. So, as we can see, we've got some options, but we really need to figure out what's the best choice for some of these. So again, maybe we'll highlight the ones we like, right? So we're going to highlight KNZY to KCXL, and that one is 1,020 pounds. So we'll keep track of that one. This precious metals up to L05, we definitely like the look of it. So KNZY to L05, and the weight of it is 1040, so we'd have to make sure that we don't go full fuel, but we don't need full fuel, it's a short hop. The books is definitely out. The live poultry wouldn't be bad, but we can't make that work with one of these unless we do a double run and we take poultry and a bunch of glass with us at the same time. We could do that. We could also shoehorn in another run with this one for the clothing afterwards, but again, keep those in mind. The other one up to L05 is 663 pounds. Now, if we mix that in with the KSZP for the frozen prawns, We would just have to make sure we dump some weight, which is possible. We might be able to make it work. Okay, so if we double stack that one, so if we think of taking KNZY to KSZP, and we do the KNZY to L05, and better put house supplies. I'm writing this down, making little charts. So that would give us 536 pounds plus our 663. So that's almost 1,200 pounds, but the distances are pretty short. I think if we offload enough fuel, we might be able to do those. So I think for now, let's grab this and let's accept that job. Yes, we're going to accept that job. And then we want the L05 with the household supplies. We want to accept that job. We're going to go back to L05 with the precious metals. We gotta be able to pick something up in there somewhere. So we're gonna accept that job, plus we got enough time. And because we can make it work, we're gonna grab the chemicals over to KCXL. It's a short flight. And we can pack it all in one go. So we'll grab that. Okay, so now there is an L05 that brings us back to KNZY, and this is the kind of thing that makes this little planning process important. So if we grab this now, on that first run up, we'll drop everything, we'll pick up most of this, and then we'll come back down, drop it, grab the other load, head back up, drop it, and then pick up the last of this load and bring it back. So this should really, yes, we want to accept that job. All right, so we got our available, those are the available jobs. If we go back to our cargo jobs, let's go to our accepted jobs. And now we have an idea of all of our routes and where we have to go with what we have already purchased. So our first one we're going to do is we're going to join together that KNZY to KSZP, the frozen prawns. We're going to link that one with the lower L05 and hope it all fits. It should. It should all fit. We'll just have to make sure that we're dumping down our fuel. Now, when we get to KSZP, it is $5.95 a gallon, so it's better than here. That's a good note. And when we get up to L05, $5.60 a gallon. So we definitely will look at fuel up at L05. All right, so I think with that, we've got a great plan put in place for what we're going to do on the next video, which is we are going to start knocking off a group of these in a successive order. And partway through, after we do the run-up, hopefully we'll see if, while we're out there, we can discover any other jobs that we might be able to piggyback and make some additional money off of. Anyway, hoping that by breaking these episodes up, it makes it a little bit more interesting and we don't make them too long. And hopefully we'll be able to focus a little bit more on things like the planning stages instead of just jumping straight in, hopefully making things a little bit more entertaining and enjoyable. Not to mention, soon, based on what I got feedback in the comments, I should be able to start picking up a cargo pilot, hopefully, or at least hiring a pilot. And maybe we'll get our cash up to a point. I'm also going to be able to get another plane or something so we can set up some other cool routes. Anyway, as always, really appreciate you taking the time to watch these episodes. If you like it, please hit the like button, and if you'd like to, hey, subscribe. I do aviation videos for Flight Sim as well as the real world, though the plane is still in its annual. Soon, hopefully. Had to send cylinder heads out to get redone. Anyway, thanks again for watching. Have a great day.